So I think we found the right entrance. There's a old gummy bear here from somebody. Hasn't gone anywhere. So yeah, I think this is the trail to the cabins. We'll see. I think we found it, but just sprayed ourselves with a good amount of deep woods off, and move in. Whoa, man.
Oh my god.
Wow. It's bigger than I thought it was going to be. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's definitely too bad nobody kept this. It would have been a beautiful cabin. That fireplace is massive. Yeah. Still some old relics here. His pot still hanging over the mantle. Fireplace is huge. I guess an old oil pot, pump for the water. That door, wow, that door looks so cool. What a shame. All that work. I don't know what this would be for. Chimney, maybe? I'm definitely not going to go in. I'm not going to be not safe because the roof is caving in. The walls are crooked, but just the work for each of these logs to build this, and then the door. Like, that's somebody who had time and expertise. Like, you don't build something like that just for survival. There's an old coffee mug down there too. I guess this is the other one. It's still intact. Moose antlers. Oh, wow. This is more elaborate than I thought. It's pretty cool. Like, the work put in. Wow. The old kitchen. We got a sink with a window. And assuming that was a dining table. I don't know if he built these drawers on site, but that's pretty impressive. It's pretty cool in here. That's a massive stove. Definitely would have heated up this place. Obviously the animals have been in here. Oh, he built himself a little closet. Wow. And lots of National Geographic magazines. And wow. Yeah. Like, just the intricacies of this roof system. Putting in a, you know, sunroof. That is something else. Very impressive. I don't know if that was another bed or just a bench. It's got little like cupboards and doors everywhere. Looks like we got a visitor. Suppose this is your home now. Little red squirrel. Yeah, wow, that's so cool. Just carve that. Put a little design in it too. Yeah, and that fireplace, wow. Impressive. I'm not sure what that was used for. And then there's another structure just back here, but I think it doesn't look like much left here. Don't know what this would have been. Stone foundation. Oh wow. We've got this here, and then there's another building just over there too. That's 4 structures, at least. Oh, there's an old mattress there, so I guess they had a. I guess this was a cabin at one point. So that was an old fuel barrel. Oh, and there's another cabin. There's so many fallen logs and trees everywhere. This looks like it would have been like the original. Looks much more rudimentary when you would build when you first get out. So, but I'm not going to go in because the roof is falling in on it. And that does seem like it would be a first cabin. The roof is all caved in on this and rotten out. Very cool. Just back here, I'm assuming to be one of the most important buildings. You know, the outhouse. Gotta have one of those. Well, it's leaning a little bit. You can tell there's a tree growing out of the roof. But all in all, I'd say it's almost still usable. Would have been some place to live, that's for sure.
On Google.
Okay.
I was a bit off with my 10 years.
Yeah. So this one has got a big sign that says "Do not enter. It's unsafe." So I'm not. We obviously won't go in. But yeah, lived here from 1961 until his death in 1980. Wow. So he actually lived here his whole till then. I'm just gonna stick the camera in here. Well, Pretty cool. Much cooler down there too. Wow. For hot days, that'd be good. So I think all in all, I think it's like 5 major structures. That's quite the So I can see why he built the cabin out here. This is just gorgeous out here. So where we landed, kind of over that way, I guess we could have landed here as well. Where we landed, there was a little beautiful little beach, and on this side, it's just beautiful. Oh, really nice. So we have a little fire pit, and then yeah, this was an unexpected. From here, this goes back into all the cabins up here, but there's a actual like legit campsite that would be, you know, like a provincial park, not a backcountry. So you got a big spot for a tent there. You've got a picnic table. Look at all this open area, like big giant fire pit, fishing line in it, wood. Yeah. So the trail to go up to the cabins is right there, and yeah, we walked out here and I was like, there's a picnic table out here. Oh wow. Anyways, it's a beautiful spot, but no, we're not going to camp here. We're going to keep going to our beach site. All right, well that was quite the adventure. Something definitely worth seeing before it all eventually turns back into nature. Okay, so we landed here at our site for the night, and we just walked down the beach here. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. So this is the most southern point of Best Island. Like, it's just gorgeous, as you can see. Just a giant peninsula that goes out this way, and then it does the same thing on the other side, so it has another giant arc. So it's just a beautiful beachy area, and we got out. Wind is blowing nicely, so keeping the bugs down a bit. Unfortunately, we started opening up our equipment. Every time we pulled something out of the canoe, a new swarm of mosquitoes came out. Every pocket I unzipped from the bags, freaking more mosquitoes came out. Like, we carried them with us, and it's been ridiculous. So yeah, we've been just laying things out, trying to dry everything because everything's damp from yesterday. But you know, we're getting things set up. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it on the camera there. There's some of the mosquitoes still buzzing around all of our equipment. Like, literally opened up a pocket and, like, yeah, they just come out. There's so many. But off the beach here, just in the back, we have a nice little secluded spot on some moss. Lots of room for setup. And, like, again, so it's just off the beach here. And then just around the tent and in another little open area, I was able to set up the screen room. So the bugs are still bad, mind you, but the breeze keeps them down at least like 50% of what they were before. So we're not losing our minds. Still getting annoyed, but so yeah, not a perfect pitch yet for the green room, but anyways, it's a good campsite. It's nice. We will definitely take it and stay here. It's better than last night's. So, all right, it's almost 2 o'clock yet, and we haven't had lunch yet. So we're gonna stop and get something to eat now. Oh, gonna make a quick video here. So I just made some lunch. Just as we were making it, a big storm rolls in, and you can see our shelter here didn't really survive the high winds. And there's more mosquitoes in this place than there is out. Like, they're everywhere. So just made some peanut pad thai that I made and dehydrated. But yeah, bugs are super bad as soon as the wind stops. Looks like it's blowing over now, but that came down hard and fast. Oh, and cold. So anyways, lunchtime. We managed to get the tent set up, and we managed to get everything dried off. Actually, we like all the tarps and everything, aired out the sleeping bags. So we should be good for tonight. Like, everything should be dry inside the tent, except for all the bugs that came in. So yeah, we should be good there. It looks like it's clearing up out there. Okay, I might take my food and go out on the beach. So there's the storm. That's where it came from, or that's where it went. And that's where it came from. What we got.
Oh, I see it.
That's a fight. That's a giant walleye. A massive walleye. Holy! Oh my God! Look at the size of him.
Wow.
That is the biggest walleye I've ever seen. Holy jeez! Holy wow! No fight in this one. Maybe he's free now. Nope. Nope.
There he is.
Little walleye again. Much smaller walleye. Well, normal size actually compared to last one. Look at that. Look at you. The walleye in this fish, in this fish. Fish on. No. See, what'd you get?
Oh, he's tiny. I don't know what to do.
Bring it in the boat. So reel it in a little more.
I can't do this.
Just reel it in a little more.
I can't do this.
Reel it in. Okay, there you go. And then just turn the rod this way. Yeah. There you go.
I can't grab him. I can't do it.
You can bring him in the boat. Yeah, just grab him right. I was gonna say, grab him right behind the gills.
Right here?
Yeah, right behind the gills. Yeah, and give him a firm grasp. There you go. See? There you go.
I'm terrified. I don't like this. How do I do this?
Yeah.
I can't grab that.
So this is what we're dealing with right now. That's the mosquitoes. And that's just here. And it's everywhere here. Like that amount of just hordes of them. I don't know if Mike is picking it up, but he's bad. Anyways, it's dinner time. We went out, did some fishing there. Caught some, oh my God, the biggest walleye I've ever seen, like ever. Amazing out there. Got a little reprieve from the bugs. So we're going to get some dinner on now. And probably start a fire on the beach. Try to get the bugs to bugger off. Maybe get some smoke going. And see how she goes. Because loving the trip, except for when we're in camp. Because I haven't been able to enjoy it at all when we're stopped. So, okay, getting dinner. All right, tonight for dinner, dehydrated rice and my Beyond chili. So I made those at home for all my other ones. So that's going to be dinner tonight. All right, so we're in the respite of our tent. We got out of the bugs. It's about 8 o'clock. I actually have some shows downloaded on Netflix on my phone, so we're just going to chill and watch some shows. But oh my God, the mosquitoes are so bad. They're just chilling out here and trying to get at us. But we got a beautiful view out there, that's for sure. Just wish the mosquitoes were a few less. All right, so that's it for day 4, I think. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll show you our route there on the map shortly here. Been meaning to do that, but the bugs and everything else have been keep me occupied. So, all right. Good morning. Day 5, I think. Holy mosquitoes this morning. Made a little video this morning before I got out of the tent of all the bugs that were just literally swarming us. Otherwise, it's a beautiful day, but can't enjoy it because the mosquitoes are just too horrendous. Like, look at my coffee mug. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I'm gonna go in the sun here. There we go. And there's my coffee mug. Isn't that ridiculous? So that's what we're dealing with. Huge swarms of mosquitoes. Can't do much outside, so almost everything's packed up. I gotta pack the tent up. Yeah, and then get on the water. So we're going that way today, which is pretty much, say, east, south, or northeast. But this side of the lake is calm. And where we're going, or this side, it's all headwood. So we're going to be paddling into the wind today, and we got about 10 kilometers of open water paddle. So that's going to be interesting. Hopefully it's not too difficult for us. So yeah, that's that. We're going to finish our oatmeal as best as we can. And get on the water and try to get away from these bugs. Last night's fishing was phenomenal, but getting into the boat was horrible because we just got bit so bad. And but got some massive walleye. And today, hopefully, we'll do the same and make the best of this buggy situation. Okay, I'm gonna pack up and eat and get in the water. Get in the water. just gonna try to, yeah, I'll walk like this, try to keep it out a bit.
I don't know if it's gonna work.
You're gonna have to, yeah, you're gonna have to hold it like that. All right, so we just lined ourselves down the beach here. We're just packing up the guidelines, and then we're gonna head out. So we're gonna head east, just down here, towards Clear Lake. But that's gonna be still quite a ways away. But I was just grabbing some birch bark off this tree here, because dry birch is always good to have. And I saw these mushrooms here. Look at these cool little growth. That's neat. Kind of just poked its way through the bark. Very neat. All right. Okay. Yeah, the mosquitoes found us again, so we got to head back out. Although, when we were further down the beach, the wind was really high down that point, so actually the bugs weren't too bad. I had a bit of a sanity break there. Okay, I'm still packed up. Let's hit the trail. Paddling along, we saw something bright orange here on the beach. Oh, okay. It's an anchor point, I think. It might be like an anchor for a boat. Yeah. Anyways, very obvious. Bright orange. Not something that's naturally seen. All right. Cool. We're heading out in the middle of, well, but we're heading out in an open, exposed area of Whitewater Lake here. We were gonna just skirt along the side of Best Island, but then we were gonna get hit on the side of these waves. So right now we're kind of heading straight into the wind, but we're also heading straight into the waves, so it's not hitting us on the side. So it's a bit of an open crossing and a bit of a risk, but it's probably easier to do this than it is try to follow the shoreline, which is quite extensive, and be hit on the side for quite a bit of it, and then try to cut back. So into the wind is exactly where the direction we need to go. So this is what we're going to try. And hopefully, like, I don't see the waves tapping yet. I don't see white. They're just rolling right now. And we'll see how the day goes, because it's going to, of course, build up as we go. So anyways, we're going to go aim for an island to our front, and then take the calls from there as we go. It'll be a couple of hours here on the water. Almost halfway through our big water crossing here, and it hasn't gotten any worse, so we're still making good progress here. We're going to keep going directly into the wind and heading into the big bay that leads up to eventually lead to the clear water. I'll try that one. Yeah. So there's some vegan or vegetarian ones in there, and then there's ones with meat. So I got you like 3 or 4 of the ones with chicken if you want to try that. Okay, so yeah, we are stopped for lunch in this beautiful bay. The wind is coming from there, so I'm just gonna knock on wood. There's no bugs yet. So yeah, we just got a fire going and got the pot on, boil some water, make a meal. I'm gonna have another cup of coffee. So we covered quite a bit of distance this morning. We actually, I think, I'd have to guess like 8 to 10K, somewhere around there. I don't know, but it was a big water crossing that we just did. So that's really good. We're up into the channel now. Like, it's still, I think, 3 kilometers wide at this point, but it obviously narrows out to a river eventually up ahead. So still got a lot of paddling ahead, but it's not the big open water anymore. So, and coming into that headwind was fine. Like, the wind was in our face, but it wasn't strong. We weren't struggling, so it was a good paddle, actually, really nice. And saw a plane land, dropped some other people off, so they're probably just out here starting their adventure. They're actually just in the bay behind us here, actually, where they got dropped off. So okay, so we're gonna get a lunch on and then see how far we are gonna make it today. All right, lunch for today: chana masala for myself and a little pad thai and chicken. It's pretty good. Nothing like a afternoon Starbucks in the middle of Wabakimi while in a canoe. It's actually my first hot coffee pretty much since we got here, because I haven't been able to drink my coffee on the shore for the last 4 days because the bugs were just too bad. So we put in the canoe till we paddled. By then it was cold. So anyways, onwards and upwards. Okay, we passed through the large watershed and Whitewater Lake. We're now entering the Narrows. It looks more like a river now. Got about 3K left until we hit the portage. It's about 800 meters. So it goes around a very nice rapids, I'm sure. So yeah, now officially out of the big lake into the Narrows here, the Ogoki River system. Well, would you look at that? So on our outfitter's map, he had a little symbol of lunch and question mark on one of these islands, and there it is, picnic table and yeah, little I guess lunch spot. So we're just going to stop here and stretch our legs, get out, use the washroom, and prepare everything for the portage. That's where we stopped here. I stopped past the picnic table there. Found this, I mean, it looks like a moose spine because it's as big as my hand, so I got a big animal. Yeah, pretty cool. maps. See that big giant blaze on the tree? That's it. There it is. Yeah, look at that giant blaze on the other tree behind it. So that's it. There we go. Okay. There we go. We weren't far off. Hey, this is a hard takeout with those. We're right in between here. Can we? Oh. So portage done, definitely not 400 meters. Took us almost an hour to do it. Definitely closer to about 800. And yeah, it was overgrown as well, but he had a clear path. Lots of low-lying bushes around the whole thing. So we're back on the Wabakimi River now. Got about 3.5 km to our first potential campsite. If it's any good. If not, then we got a half kilometer or so paddle to the next portage, and then there's a campsite at the end of the next portage, which I think the portage is 100-200 meters or something, not as far. So yeah, it's 5 o'clock now, so we're looking at yeah, about 6 o'clock or so getting into camp, which is perfectly fine because hanging out at camp with bugs is not fun anyway. And I'm assuming that since we're back in the river system, it's not going to be any better. So, it is what it is. We'll see when we get there. See how you feel. Wow, that was amazing. Just saw those two moose there, the mother and the calf. That was cool. We didn't get too close because obviously, mother with a calf. I don't want her charging at us, even though we were out in the middle of the water. Also, the site that's marked on the provincial map as a campsite, it's not marked as anything on Bruce's map, but the provincial map does. It's a cabin right up ahead. Looks like an old cabin. So we're gonna go check it out. Because like I said, it's getting later in the day and it's supposed to be a campsite right there. And if not, then we gotta head another kilometer downriver to the next portage, check out the next site. And if that fails, our last stop, potential one, is another 4K up the river that gets us into Clearview Lake. So I'll have to be another hour after that, but hopefully it doesn't come to that. We'll see. Something happened to me. Okay, just at the end of the 90 meter, 130 something portage here, the short one. that the moose the moose took as well. I think I saw its prints for most of it. Maybe around halfway I stopped seeing the moose prints. But anyways, there's supposed to be a campsite here. It's not anywhere here in the point. This is obviously way too slopey. Yeah, I think this is supposed to be it. And no, that's not gonna be good. I think this, where's this path go? Nothing. Beautiful area though. Wow, that's beautiful. Gorgeous. So this is the last elevation drop before Clearview Lake. So from here and turning around up that way, 4K is the lake. So all right, so I think this is not a good campsite, and it means we're gonna have to push on. Probably won't get to our other one, which is not even marked as a campsite. It's just an exposed spit of land that's sand. So, you know, hopefully it's a good site, and it's gonna have to do because it's gonna be late by then. All right, go get our second load of stuff. The web and get some spiders. I don't know, do something. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, it is 7:40 and we just hit the little beach here. That's probably gonna be our campsite, because honestly we're done, we're spent. It's not as big as I thought it was gonna be. However, look, there's enough flat space to put a tent here. It's good enough. Yeah, so here, I'll just spin it around there. It's a nice spot, like it's a beautiful beach. Yeah, there's like enough room to put a tent there, or even on that kind of area there. So not huge, but sun is setting over there, which is good. That means sunrise is going to be over there. When we get up, it'll be on us, which is beautiful. And yeah, so I haven't done the full calculation, but I think that was over 30 kilometers today. We started at 9:30 and around there. We didn't really keep track, and it's 7:40 now. So it was a long day. It was a lot of paddling. We're tired, and yeah, sick of bugs, but so it's the end of the night, well, end of the day, 10 o'clock at night, and so we got camp. Gracie set up the tent real quick and pretty much everything inside. Well, I got a fire going, I got dinner on, got all that done, and then we got everything packed up, packed away. We jumped in the water real quick, freshen up. Felt pretty gross, even though it was 10 o'clock at night, and the sun was still up, as you can see. Just setting now. Beautiful. So anyways, we're inside the tent, and as you can see, no fly on. Not supposed to rain tonight. I have it clipped to the two sides so I can pull it up over real quick if we need to, but not supposed to rain tonight. No precipitation at all. Tomorrow, hot, sunny, and yeah, like, but this evening wasn't too bad, because even though we were at this site where there's a lot of trees and there's actually a little swamp-ish thing just beside us here, we were able to stay outside for the most part without being harassed too much. Now, they are coming out now, but that's the natural time for them to come out. But yeah, when we first got here, it actually was pretty tolerable, which was nice. So we'll see what tomorrow happens, or happens tomorrow. Might be a big change of plans for what's going to happen here. But yeah, so we'll see what happens there. Anyways, so head to bed now, and we'll see you in the morning. Good morning. So I'm at day 6 now. Little later start getting out of the tent this morning. Kind of like what I kind of alluded to yesterday. We having a change of plans here. So we were in no rush to get packed up and get going. So trip's not over, but we are going to change our plans a little bit. I'll show you on the map here right after this route which we were supposed to do. So right now we just pushed north to our most northern point. We're at I think it's called Clearwater Lake, something. Anyways, White Clay Lake. That's it. It's early in the morning. White Clay Lake. So that's where we are right now. And then we were supposed to push east from here to the Pick River system, and then go down like through Cliff Lake and all that stuff, and head down there. However, that that river system is swampier and it goes over a height of land. And with already what we've encountered with the mosquitoes on some larger bodies of water, I had some pretty big reservations about trying to be able to do that, because, you know, we come out here to enjoy nature, and this is not fun at all. It's part of the experience, but it is these mosquitoes this year is just ridiculous. So I contacted the outfitters and said, hey, what other options do we have here? So they're going to actually send a plane out here this afternoon. They're going to fly us to one of their cabins. So this is going to be a very interesting trip for us, because I've never stayed in a cabin before. And so we're going to go down there on one of the lakes, and we're going to stay in a cabin for the next 6 days. And then we're going to fly from there back to the main lodge. So I think that's pretty cool. So we get to go to a cabin this afternoon, and we're going to basically just spend about 6 days fishing and hanging out and doing whatever we can do out there. And yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. But yeah, I was hesitant at first, because I'm like, well, I don't know, can we make it work or not? And then, like, you get out, as soon as you step outside the tent, you're just like, this is not fun. Even on the big lake right now, there's a mild breeze, but it's not really helping much. So, and the other big concern is I don't think we had enough bug spray to last us for that many days, and that would be really bad, because we're going through a lot, even with the bug shirts, and like I'm wearing full pants and shoes and everything, trying to keep them off me. The only thing exposed is my hands, and even yesterday morning when I was working, I had gloves on, just trying to keep them off me, and that's not fun. So anyways, like I say, it's a little later start. I'm going to get the fire going, and then I'm going to get coffee on. We're probably not going to eat breakfast, just going to have some lunch before the boat or plane comes pick us up, and then I'll show you the map. Okay. Okay, so for our route, this is obviously the park, and just for reference, like Wabakimi Lake's over here, Smooth Rock Lake, Whitewater Lake, those are the big major lakes. So we started just south down here at the outfitters. They flew us to Smooth Rock, where we got dropped off here at the outlet bay. We followed the Berg River through here, and then made our way into Whitewater. Whitewater, we went through here down to Best Island, went and saw, here we go, went and saw the cabin there, Wendell Beckwith cabin, camped at this site here, which was really neat. It's all sandy here. And then we paddled up here. This is where we did our big day and we did a big trip all the way up here, and right now we're up here. So the trip we're supposed to do is go down White Clay Lake, and I'll get a little closer here, and we're supposed to travel down, I think it's the Pick River system here, and get into Pickett Lake and cross the Highland. There's like Cliff Lake there, beautiful pictographs, Rat Lake down, and get picked up at the lake down here. Now, like even now, the bugs are just swarming me as I'm trying to film this. So all this is narrower, and like I say, some of the portages, especially down towards the end, are really swampy because they are highland, and I can't imagine what the mosquitoes are going to be like there. So that's why we changed our plan. So the outfitter offered to pick us up where we are, again, right here. So we're going to get picked up there, and he's going to fly us south to his other place, to his lodge, and we're going to hang out there for a few days, 6 days to be precise. So that's it. That was the route. That's where we're going. So it's a change of plans, but I'm excited. Good to go make some pancakes and some burgers. Two things I've been wanting to make, but I can't because this can't take time and effort with the bugs. So get a black bean burgers going, get a pancake breakfast tomorrow morning. That'll be good. Trying to have a coffee here in the morning. We're just facing the bay this way. You can see the wind's coming at us here, so we're just trying to get away from as much of the bugs as possible. At least here it can take the bug net off, and we're still getting bit, but it's not atrocious. And yeah, have a sip of coffee at least. Okay, so we just broke camp. I loaded up in the canoe. Plane's not going to be here for another 1 to 2 hours, but it's better on the water. There's a strong breeze, steady breeze blowing, so we're going to push out into that and then just do some fishing. Wait until the boat shows up, because shore life is not fun right now, and especially when you get in the boat right away, they are just biting your ankles like crazy in the bottom of the canoe. One thing I didn't point out is yesterday I was in the water, and I mean, we're in Wabakimi and we're pretty much in the middle of it. So I found something odd in the water. I saw something rectangular and I'm like, okay, that's not natural. And see, this is cassette tape. I found an old cassette tape sitting in the water in this bay, of all things. I mean, I'm sure if you cleaned it up, it might even work because it's just all plastic. I don't know if there's much metal in there at all. Maybe the screws, but yeah. Funny little find, eh? Just an old cassette tape. Can't tell what it is. Everything, no markings on it. Just made in Canada. Imagine that. Okay, gonna paddle out here. 5 a dime. So you either got a fish or you got a weed. Okay, you probably we're it.